Welcome back to our prison series. This is episode 65. Nice of you to join us, and I want to tell you, don't forget to check out episode 64 as well as my previous prison series episodes. Today we're going to talk about Rikers Island. Okay, so the New York Times has been examining problems at Rikers Island as well as the New York City Correctional Department, which oversees. Here's what we know. Okay, so Rikers Island in the East River is across from the LaGuardia Airport, and it serves as the principal jail complex for New York City, for those of you who don't know. All right, so Mayor Bill de Blasio has declared that within the next decade, the jail complex at Rikers Island would be shut down. The mayor's announcement was acknowledged that despite the hundreds of millions of dollars devoted to fixing the problem in recent years, the jail cannot be saved. Okay, so what is Rikers Island? Rikers is a 400-acre island in the East River across from LaGuardia Airport, and it serves as the principal jail complex for New York City. There are 10 jails on Rikers Island. Okay, including the facilities for women and let's see who else, as well as power plant and bakery, infirmary, adult sense. Who is sent to Rikers Island? I think Luigi is there. Okay, so look, on average, Rikers Island holds about 10,000 inmates on a daily basis, with about 77,000 people cycling through in all each year. Most of the inmates, about 85%, have not yet been convicted of a crime, for those of you wondering. They have pretrial detainees either held on bail or reprimanded to custody. The rest have been convicted and are serving short sentences. About 93% of the inmate population is male. The majority are African American and Latinos from low-income neighborhoods in New York. Doesn't that almost sound a little racist? That's sad. So the portion of the jail population that has been not diagnosed with some sort of mental health issues has ballooned in recent years, rising to nearly 40% of inmates. So how did Rikers Island become so violent? Okay, so Rikers has always been a place of exceptional violence. During the crack epidemic in the late 1980s and early 1900s, the inmate population nearly twice as large as it is today. Weapons were abundant and rival gangs ruled the cell blocks. Slashings and stabbings among inmates at times exceeds 1,000 annually. Aggressive efforts during the administration of Mayor Rudolph W. Giuliani drove violence down drastically by the late 1900s, but the brutality increased again under Mayor Michael R. Bloomberg. An influx of inmates with mental illnesses, a breakdown of discipline, and years of neglect all accumulated in the crisis facing Rikers today. So the rise of brutality by guards has been particularly stark during Mr. Bloomberg's last term in office. Use of force by officers against inmates jumped up to 90%. So sad. Also, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like the video and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to check out my other prison series, people. All right, let's get back to it. A time investigation. Okay, so back in July of 2014, they found that 129 inmates were seriously injured, requiring hospitalization. In an 11-month span in 2013, after altercations with correction officers, they're saying guards were found to have pressured inmates to not seek medical help for the injuries and threatened them with further violence if they did. Isn't this so messed up? A report in August about the United States Attorney Office in Manhattan focuses on adult sentence inmates had similar findings. So what has been done to try to fix Rikers? Shortly after taking office, Mayor Bill de Blasio said that ending the persuasive violence at Rikers was a top priority for his administration. calling it a moral obligation. He outlined a host of changes the city has been putting in place for Rikers, including allocating $15.1 million to triple the number of surveillance cameras in the city's jails to 10,000. Many of the most brutal attacks at Rikers go on in areas without cameras. You know what? I don't think that what he's going to do is going to do anything. Nobody really is going to care. When you're in prison, they don't care. Okay, so it says the city has spent hundreds of millions of dollars to expand programs for inmates with mental illnesses and to better train correction officers to handle them. The correction department has ended the use of solitary confinement for all inmates under 22 years old, allocated funds to expand public health services throughout the criminal justice system with the aims of diverting more people with mental health and substance abuse problems from Rikers. So it sounds like they want to get rid of those people who have those type of issues. So why is the city planning to close Rikers? So despite the resources devoted to fixing Rikers, violence continues to spiral out of control. Driven by gang rivals, management issues, and the miserable conditions in the jail, among other things, over the last several years, a grassroots campaign by criminal justice reform activists and former inmates and local politicians have held protests demanding that the jail complex be shut down. On March 31st, a commission led by Jonathan Lippman, New York State former chief judge and created by Melissa Mark, okay, so she's a city council speaker, released reports outlining steps to close Rikers Island. Okay, so look. Okay, so they want to move the remaining inmates to a new jail across the city. The Corrections Department currently operates 3 borough jails in Manhattan, Brooklyn, and the Bronx. Okay, they want to cut the current daily jail population of 10,000 in half. So this is what they're saying. Around New York's region, a look at life, culture, and politics, and more in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much what they have to say about Rikers Island, and that was just an overview of like what the place is, where it's located, and how it's in the East River across from LaGuardia Airport. And yeah, it's a jail complex for New York City people. So that's where you will go if you get into trouble. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like the video and subscribe. And again, don't forget to check out my previous prison episodes. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.